Hello, welcome back to the 14-year-old version of myself that I have chronicled in this journal, Shawn's Journal Mon. And we are up to my third entry. This is June 18th, 1999. It is a Friday, which for some reason I felt obliged to write, "Thank God it's Friday" underneath. That's a TGIF. Focus. There we go. It's hard to move in mirror. There we go. That doesn't make any sense because it wasn't even school. I didn't have a job. Well, that's not true. I discussed how I did have a strawberry picking job. And I did not mention in here, and I want to mention now, since I was only 14 at the time, obviously I wasn't driving. Sometimes my parents may have driven me, but most of the time, and I'm talking three or 4 days a week. Maybe it was 5 days. Maybe it was Monday through Friday. I don't know. I would actually bike to Jonathan's, and it was not exactly an easy trip. I haven't biked in a little while. My bike is in the basement of this apartment. If I made that trip right now, I would be pretty winded by the time I got there. So that was pretty significant for me. I had to be there at like 7 or 8 in the morning. I think it might have been 7. So I had to get up pretty early to get biking. But anyway, so thank God it's Friday. This is written at 10 p.m., which I'm sure I was already in bed and scribbling this down. So let's begin. What a packed day. Woo. Woo. Whoo. Whoo. That's what I'm writing. Okay. W-H-E-W. Whoo. Got up at 6. Bid farewell to my father who was off to work, took a shower, ate, watched TV, played Pokemon, and found my baseball glove. 7:20, horn honks. Pete's mom had stopped by to take me to Jonathan's. Apparently I was carpooling that day. I bid farewell to my mother and went outside. I saw everyone in the car laughing. I did not know why, though. I went to open the back door and saw that Brian, my friend Brian, Bobby, and Pete were already crammed in the back seat. They all pointed at the trunk, laughing. I saw... sorry, I gotta eliminate last names. I saw Pete's mom driving, and Sarah, Pete's sister, was up front too. So I had to cram in back for a very fun ride to Jonathan's. Then I picked berries for 3.5 hours and got 70 cents a box instead of 50 because the picking was pretty bad. Then we played baseball with John, Peter, his brother, Nelson, Jonathan's friend, and me, of course. Of course! After that, I went home, ate, and why do I have to, every single thing, I gotta mention that I went home and then I ate lunch. Boring! Boring! Ate and soon after left for Pete's house, where for 4 hours, yeah, I used to do that and it was so fun. 4 hours we jammed. We had borrowed his friend's drums and Les Paul, as I said earlier, so we jammed for a long time. I taught Pete some new stuff. Then we had, Pete was also learning to play drums at that time. I don't know if he still plays. I know he can, but I don't know if he does regularly. I taught Pete some new stuff. Then we had Clay over for a while, and we fooled around. I mean on the instruments, you guys. Then, after I got home for the second time that day, I ate dinner, then went out and played kickball with our neighbors. Names that I don't want to say. And... Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, at this time, there was a family that lived across the street that was really weird. I don't want to get into it, but they were Christians. They were like normal Christians, like my mom, who are, they're just normal people, and she doesn't make judgments on people. She prohibited me from playing some violent video games when I was a kid. She didn't like me watching violent TV. But basically, she just let me be a normal person. This family were Christian and they were insane. They put the weirdest arbitrary restrictions on everything. And because of that, their kids were really weird. And their kids were, they're trouble. They're trouble now. I know that at least one of them got pregnant at a very young age, and basically they screwed up their kids because they were weird. But then the neighbor behind us, their kids were generally nice. They were just weird. Then the neighbor behind us, there was a girl who was like she was going to grow up to be a B word. I don't know if she did, but she was really, really annoying. Really annoying. So I was playing kickball apparently with those 3 kids, and I said another underlined, annoying, I'd show you but their last names in here, annoying neighbor, Sarah. That was Sarah that lived behind us. Then my dad and I walked to Turkey Hill. Turkey Hill is a local mini mart, and we always would walk there to get slushies. Slushies are hopefully everyone knows what a slushie is, but I don't know. I don't know. So a slushie is like a crushed ice flavored drink. It's not so solid that you can't drink it through a straw. You drink it through a straw. So we walked to Turkey Hill for slushies. Then I went out and unsuccessfully played flashlight tag, which I seem to remember playing a lot of summers those days. It was very boring. Well, there's my day in a nutshell. Till tomorrow. Now let's see if I actually did an entry tomorrow. I did! So let's move on and find out what it is. June 19th, 1999. This is Saturday, 10:45 p.m. Man, I'm burning the midnight oil. Dear Journal, I went to go to bed. I want to go to bed. So, yeah, I'm tired. 10:45. It is currently... Okay, it's not that late. It's only 8:45. I was going to say, like, it's getting late, but it's not. So I'll make this quick. Didn't do much today. Also didn't wake up until 11:10. That was probably unusual for me. As I said, Friday I did wake up at, what time? I woke up at 6. So yeah, that's probably why I was so tired. I slept until 11:10. I was tired from all the excitement yesterday. We went down to Luther Acres, which is an old people's neighborhood, to go to a fair they were having. Then we came home, and Dad and I went to, I don't want to say this. Dad and I went to a bookstore to get 2 CDs with money that I had earned from working. They did not have either of the ones I wanted. This was before I started buying on Amazon because I didn't have a credit card in my... I don't think my dad trusted credit cards on the internet yet at that point. Isn't that weird? 12 years ago, people were really wary about putting their information out on the internet. Oh, how things have changed. So they didn't have either of the CDs I wanted. Then we got home. I played Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith for a little while. I still have the discs for that. I'm not going to go get them, but they're in our living room closet. Jedi Knight is a sequel to Dark Forces, which was the first Star Wars first-person shooter. And it was a great game. I remember enjoying it very much. Then we had dinner. Chicken off the grill, yum. Then we played Pictionary as a family, I'm sure. Watched the ending, just the ending? It must have been on TV. Watched the ending of The Nutty Professor with Jerry Lewis, not that one. Then we just watched TV, and now here I am. So, see you tomorrow. And this was a goofy character that I used to draw. I used to scribble on loose pieces of paper at school and stuff. Chaka is the drummer for Five Iron Frenzy, which is one of my favorite bands of all time. And for some reason, I didn't even know what he looked like. He looks nothing like that stick figure that I drew. But for some reason, that guy got his name. Go figure.